Hey everyone, it's Kong again with another episode of Kong Plays Langrisser. And I'm on Scenario 5, Imperial Impasse. So it looks like we've got two treasures in this central mountain pass area. Not too bad. We are just on our way back to Baldia now, after having passed through the Forest of Spirits and defeating a bunch of slimes and even creepier super slimes. So it looks like we have 3 units of horses up here and 2 units of infantry soldiers. So I should probably give Leaden Spearmen to counter those horses. Narm is going to get her usual harpies, the treasure hunter troops. I'll send her through the mountains to pick up those treasures, and hopefully the enemies won't be coming down that way. Chris doesn't really have super useful soldiers, so I think I'll just give her elves to do some range stuff and keep her out of the way, out of the front lines. And then Thorn will get some horsies to help support against those soldiers. Trying to figure out how to keep Volkov out of the way here. I think I'll tuck him back here. We'll put Chris and Leaden up front, since they'll have the least mobility. That's Lance in the middle, isn't it? Like how Lance looks like a 12-year-old. Stay alive, everyone. That's not a suspicious thing to say. We've got this. So I'm going to send most of my guys up this left lane here. Might as well keep my troops as together as possible. Splitting up will just run into trouble. Except for Narm. All she cares about is shinies. Volkov randomly all of a sudden talking about stuff costing him his life. That's not suspicious. That's just good foreshadowing, right? To have 2 references out of the blue to death on this map. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, so the enemies are going to split up, okay. Well, that's good. That should mean my spearmen are going to have a fairly easy time with Laius on the left. And then we can kind of collapse on Lance wherever he ends up going. So we'll just keep progressing up this way. Not too concerned with my soldiers' formation right now, so I'll just move my commanders and let the soldiers follow. And then Narm can just fly over and meet up with us once she's done collecting. I'm going to keep moving Volkov up a little bit with the group just because I don't want him to get too far behind and run into Letitia's group. Don't want him to get hurt. So fairly straightforward battle so far. I'll keep going up and let one of my straggler harpies grab this on the way. A few bucks, not bad. It's just enough to hire those 4 harpies. So they've already paid for themselves. So Letitia's way out of the way. She's not going to be... Oh, Lance is actually aggroing. That's also not a problem yet. So we might as well start going ham on these horses. Oh right, I forgot. Ledden is himself a sword unit, so that's why his attack was trash there. It's only his soldiers that are effective against horses. That's okay, fortunately I didn't take too much damage from that. I'll have to attack here from outside my command range, but that's not a big deal. So let's tuck Chris away amongst these soldiers here and then start bringing her elves up to help. And then I think I'm going to move Thorn up the other side of this river here to either cut off or flank these infantry soldiers who are lagging behind Laius. Narm's going to continue on for this treasure here, although that looks like it's going to be bringing me dangerously close to Lance's attack range. Okay, now the fun starts. Ooh, Lance wants that treasure too. Well, you can't have it. That's for Narm. Now, what's the best way to make the best use out of my spearmen here? Try to create a little command aura around these bottom horses. I guess it doesn't really matter. These guys are easy enough that I can focus on their troops without having to really rush fighting Laius. Oh, that wasn't even enough to finish him. Well, we'll bring in some more elves. Get some Chris experience. I guess I can... give him a little blast. Yeah, he's pretty sturdy. Alright, the moment of truth. Let's see if this was worth it. Let's get our little shiny harpy on here. Amulet of Creation. Okay, so another accessory. It's probably good. Now let's see how we do against Lance's horses. This is Lance and Narm's first meeting. It's so romantic. Chuck this harpy in the way here just to protect Narm. Just keeping Volkov out of trouble. Alright, let's see what Lance has in store for us. Ooh, they're putting a hurt on those harpies. Okay, these soldiers are now caught up, so they are wrecking my spearmen. I think sending Thorn along the south bank was probably not a great idea. So let's finish off this horse guy. At least Lidden's good against these guys. Good enough. Good enough to get Chris some more easy archer experience. That's too bad you can't move and then cast a spell. Oh well. We'll just keep chipping away at these guys for now. Just sacrificing the spearman in front of Chris. He knew what he got hired for. There's two types of troops. Treasure hunting troops and meat shield troops. Alright, I'm gonna get Narm out of here since it looks like Lance was actually doing pretty competent damage against my troops. I will fly straight south and try to head off those nameless soldiers that are following Letitia instead. Get some easy experience out of them, hopefully. I'm assuming Lance won't be able to follow me easily through the mountains. We'll continue chipping away with these archers. To let Ledden get an easy kill on this hurt troop. Again, Chris will soften this guy up, and Thorn's troops should be able to make it into range now. Much needed. Can't get all the way up to this commander though. But he stands alone against my whole army basically. Oh, I can't. It looks like I can't fly through these gray mountains, only the brown ones. Wow, foiled. We'll have to go around. We'll have to go through the pass. So Lance might be able to keep up with me after all. Oh, and Letitia is coming into the mountain pass, so they're going to surround Narm. I know the original version of this game was permadeath for all your characters. But I know this remake is a lot easier in many ways, so I wonder if Narm dies here, if she'd be toast, or if it would just be one of those scenarios where it wipes her off the map and then lets her come back later. Thorn kept coming back, but that's because he was still an NPC when he died those last couple times. He wasn't actually on my team yet. So I really don't know. It's one way to find out, I guess. Oh, got him. That was close. Well, we will start rushing Thorn down to see if he can rendezvous with Narm in time. There's nothing going on in the top left anymore, so actually our whole army can start moving down this way, and we'll see if that's enough of a distraction for Lance. I don't think my single spearman's going to make it down there fast enough to make a difference, but Thorn certainly will. That really wasn't even worth it, but it's something. Well, I'm glad I'm impressing you by totally devastating your entire army. Alright, Thorn. Charge! Narm stands alone, or flies alone. Let's grab some free experience here. Level up to fill up my hit points. Good timing. Okay, Lance is distracted by Thorn. So Narm's just going to have to face down Letitia's army. Lance actually almost did himself in. Who can I get around to fight that soldier? Looks like no one can hit him from Thorn's range. Except for Thorn. Actually, now no one will be able to get at him at all. Sneaky defensive soldier. Well, let's just fight Lance then. Oh, that's going to end the fight. Okay, that makes sense. Lance was the commander. And Ledden did say... Well, fair enough. That wasn't too bad. Oh no, Volkov!
毒薬か。ボルク、大丈夫か。しっかりしろ。
What a dirty trick.
何を言う。王子。ボルク、目を覚めて。ボルク。
Well, that's it for Scenario 5. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.